Hey man, say man, you gotta do what? Get them out your way, fam. Man, y'all know who it is, man. It's your man, Wolf. Back at it like a crack addict, laid out on what? A craftmatic with what? A bad habit, man. Y'all know what it is, man. I'm back here, man, with part two to the things that I learned as an independent artist. Like I said, I'm not giving it to you, you know what I'm saying? No numerological order. I'm just giving it to you as it comes to me, you know what I'm saying? As I write it down, I just feel like, I wanted to share these things with my fellow independent artists and other people out there. This don't have to really just apply to being an artist. You know what I'm saying? This can apply to anybody doing a business, anybody that's working, you know what I'm saying? Or anybody that's just, just trying to apply some type of structure in their life. You know what I mean? This type of information that I want to be able to give. I want to be able to give helpful information because there's a lot of stuff that, that we don't get on the back end. We get a chance to be able to see the goodness of it, the fruits of being a rapper or being a musician or being an engineer. We see the fruits of it. We see the big chains. We see the clubs. We see the money in the air. But, we don't see the back part of these things, you know what I'm saying, as far as what artists really experience, you know what I mean, as they going through the process of being an artist. You know what I mean? What do they experience, as they going through their process of creating music, or what has to happen in order for them to be able to create, you know what I'm saying? And that's where we at right now. You know what I mean? We at an information age where I think that everything is just being shared. Some things should be shared and some things shouldn't. But I think that the helpful and the good information that we all can share as artists, because no matter who am I speaking to, no matter if I'm speaking to you and you got a 9 to 5, no matter if you got, a corporate job, besides all the corporate job and all the degrees, you are an artist. You are a creator. You have something that you are astronomically good at that you do. So I'm speaking to the artist that's out there. And I'm saying the independent artist. When I say an independent artist, I don't necessarily mean like music wise. I mean a free thinking artist. I mean an artist that can really freely think and be able to freely express themselves without being judged or having to be controlled by other entities because of money or an illusion of power. We don't compromise our art for these things, you know what I'm saying? And that's where we at right now. Us sharing, and that's where we at right now. We're sharing our art with each other. We're sharing our pain with each other, because that's where we come together at, not as a trauma bond, but that's something that we all have in common. Not everybody is always happy, but everybody done felt pain. So, and that's where we come in at. We come in at the pain, but we make pain and we make it pleasurable. And that's what the art coming at. Look at comedians. A lot of things that we laugh at with comedians, they cried about it in private, So we have to look at these things. That we have to look at the horrible things and turn them into greater things. And that's where we at as far as being an independent artist, being able to be freely thinking, being able to freely express yourself, being able to freely say and do as you want, because you don't have the structures holding you back that someone that is quote unquote signed to an agreement or a situation that will have, you as a regular person, you as an independent artist, you as an independent person, you have more freedom than your favorite rapper or your favorite artist or your favorite actor. You have more freedom than they do. So you need to appreciate that and be able to take advantage of that you can create whenever you want, whenever you feel like it. But you shouldn't take advantage of that as well. You should jump on that and say, hey, I need to get creative. I've been in a slump before, where I've gotten burnt out by doing the Russ method.
Dropping albums, you have no fans and no connections, no one gives a No one's trying to listen to an album from someone they don't know and from someone that no one else told them to listen to. And I was like, before I put out another album on Deaf Ears, I was looking at SoundCloud. I noticed that the first song on the album had the most plays, and then it would go down from there. Everyone's down to listen to the first song. It's that second song that gets tricky. And so I was like, I'm just gonna put out one song every week, because y'all are clearly down to listen to one song. I did two things. I made an album, and I had 26 songs ready to go that were not on the album. The end goal was always to still put out another album. I just needed to get the visibility up. How am I going to increase my visibility? I got to get people tuned in. Let me put out singles that will single-handedly get their attention, and then I'll give them the album. I was putting out song a week, song a week, song a week, and it ended up paying off because, as we figured out, people can listen to one song. It's tough to get them to listen to an album, and being consistent with great music, the music blew up. I was prepared for that, which is why in the moment of momentum, I gave my debut album.
I did that, and that kind of drew me down, you know what I mean? And then I had one of my homeboys that I was doing beats for. He passed away from COVID. R.I.P. Carlito, man. You know what I'm saying? That kind of took me out of the game for a minute. I wasn't no good for a few months after that, and yeah, that wasn't no good, and yeah. It took me down for a second, but then I got back in the game, man. I had some really good people that got me back in the game. You know what I'm saying? I had a good small support channel, and they basically let me know, like, hey, man, you know, your homie wouldn't want you to fall off like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even want to do music because I was in a situation where, you know, I was giving my beats and stuff to other artists and trying to work with other artists, and you know, he was really the only other artist that I would work with, or like that would literally seek me out to work with me, and he would rhyme over my beats, and he was the only artist that would really like give me that chance, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I felt blessed, and I felt blessed to be able to be a part of Carlito's legacy, far as, you know what I'm saying, trapping for $1 billion and all of that, and being a part of that legacy, and being able to say, hey, you know, I put my paintbrush on that legacy, you know what I'm saying? And he put his paintbrush on my legacy because we was going to make something real big happen, but unfortunately he passed away. And that took a lot of life out of me, man, because I was like, man, I don't even want to do this music no more, man, because it's like, man, it's just whack, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody had this persona, this bravado, this thing about them, you know what I mean? Everybody it wasn't a genuine thing. It was always, yo, pay me for my beat. You wanted me to collab with you. You wanted me to feature. You want to pay for a feature. It wasn't never really like genuine, like how it was between me and Carlito, like where, you know what I mean? It was like genuine. We really wanted to just come in the studio. We was two dons, you know what I mean? We was two dons doing our thing, and we putting it down, you know what I'm saying? And we just wanted to come together and make something real dope, because he a king in his own right, and I'm a king in my own right. You know what I mean? I'm a warrior in my own right. He a warrior in his own right. And we all came together just to make something real beautiful, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that got me back into the mode of being into hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Which was me being able to collaborate, not me being able to feature or me being able to just work with. No, it was just me being able to have the opportunity to collab with, and being able to have that attachment and working environment with this person, being able to come together closely and being able to bounce ideas and work, and then me give this person 100 beats, and then they come together and they rhyme over 5 of them and make, you know what I mean, pick whichever ones they want, and you know what I mean, take an initiative, you know what I mean? And you know, because I've sent beats off to plenty of other artists and I've never heard nothing back from them. Sometimes it be, I ain't gonna front, sometimes the beats could probably be whacked to them, who knows? But the simple fact of the matter that I'm trying to make is, when you have somebody like that, you know what I'm saying, that's willing to work with you, and y'all willing just to come together and say, forget the money, we want to make dope music, and we don't care about the bread. We want to make this dope music. We want this music to be as dope as possible. We want to put our whole damn leg in it and break it off in there. You know what I'm saying? And you don't get that often. So when you do get it, you know it. You cherish that in this music, because that's where the greatest music come from people that do it for the love and not for the money, because the money gonna come regardless. It's gonna come, trust me. You know what I'm saying? That's just like with anything you do in life. You do it long enough, you eventually get some money off of it. Like my peoples always say, you hang around the barbershop long enough, you eventually gonna get a haircut. You feel me? It's gonna happen at some point. You know what I mean? But I wanted to get to some of these other things that I had learned, just to give you a couple more. You know what I mean? And I'll probably go into a part 3, probably a part 4, maybe a part 5. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how far I decide to take this, because as I go along, I want to be able to give y'all the information and the things that I get and the things that I have, you know, coming out, and as I'm experiencing them and everything else, because, you know, I want y'all to grow with me, you know what I mean? Because like I said, I'm independent, totally independent, and I want y'all to grow with me. I want to be able to grow with y'all. If y'all independent, send me y'all links, you know, so I can listen to y'all music, so I can support your channel, you know what I mean? So we can grow together, you know what I mean? Because like I'm a totally independent artist. I'm way underground, where I'm doing everything on my own with my little small team. And it's like, really, like when I say it's like a small team, I'm talking about I could use probably a couple fingers type team, you know what I'm saying, like that. But it's efficient, you know what I'm saying? You don't need a lot of people. You just need some working, willing, efficient, you know, people that's willing to get the job done and can get the job done. And we get it done, you know what I mean? So, yo, I would like to thank my squad, you know what I mean? Besides that, you already know who you is, lady, all the time. You already know, you know what I mean? You already know what time it is, you know what it is. There's always love with us, you know what I mean? But we're going to go ahead and we're going to give you these, I don't even know what to call them. I don't even know what I really want to call them. But these are just things that I guess I've learned, but I wouldn't even know what to call them. I don't know if they rules or if they just, I would just say experiences, different experiences that I just want to give to you guys, because I feel like you're worth it, you know. And if you have anything you want to share with me that you would like for me to share, like I said, hit me. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up and down there and in the comments, and we could definitely get some things going, man. But without further ado, I'm gonna hit you with rule number 9, man. Rule number 9, it says no DSPs is your friends. Realize this: DistroKid is not your friend. If something happened with your what's the coding number, the IP address, what's the number, the ID number. If anything happened with your ID number, if anything happened with your song, you can't get in contact with no one at over there at DistroKid. TuneCore, same thing. People, you have artists that are being big, major artists that are being ripped off of these record labels. They're being ripped off of these platforms. Excuse me, not record labels, but platforms. Far as DistroKid and TuneCore and Spotify and all of the rest of these DSPs, they ripping these artists off, and YouTube and all of these, you know, YouTube haven't really but though they in the mix, but they not really the mix. They in the mix because, you know, they get their music through DistroKid. They got to distribute their music through DistroKid. As far as music that come to YouTube, they have a partnership with DistroKid. So DistroKid, they've been slamming artists, snatching artists off YouTube, snatching artists off of Spotify. You know, so these are big artists. So if they doing that to big artists, you can't even imagine what they doing to artists like myself and yourself, which are smaller artists. You can't even imagine what they doing. And from what it was explained to me and how the game was given to me, is that all the artists that gets up here on Spotify and these TuneCores and all the rest of these DSPs and everything else, what happened is your revenue that you don't get, it all get put into a pot for other big artists to break apart and get your money. And you can't, and then you got to go through hell and high water, get lawyers and all the rest of this stuff just to get your money.
The average listener, if you are listening to sort of 500 or 800 tracks a month, probably only about $2 of your $10 is going to the music that you listen to. Mm-hmm. The rest is going to music that you don't listen to.
Spotify doesn't pay artists per stream. Instead, the company takes all of the money it earns and puts it into one pie. Then it uses a complex formula to divvy that pie up between the artists, with those who get the most streams basically earning the most money. Meaning a band has to share a pie with the Drakes and Taylor Swifts and Ed Sheerans of the world, who, you can imagine, eat a lot of pie.
How big of a song do you have to make like reasonable royalties off of streaming?
You have to be Drake.
You have to be Drake. Is that the answer?
That's the answer.
Whoa!
Which is utterly crazy in my mind, if you ask me. You know what I mean? So realize this, no DSP is your friend. So what you want to do? Okay, I'll tell you what you want to do. Now, I'll tell you like this. For music, for real, the best place to be is YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Everybody listens to YouTube. Everybody gets their music from YouTube right here, big. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why I would say that YouTube is bad is if you are using DistroKid. If you have control over your YouTube channel, then I would say that YouTube is the best option for is you being able to put your music out and get it heard on your own without you having to go through and spend any money, without you having to spend any money and get gypped off and not get your royalties and get pushed way down here, and then you gotta promote and you gotta bring people to the platform. But those see, YouTube already have a structure. They already have people on the platform. It's just that you gotta get to them. You gotta get in the algorithm and all of this other stuff. I wish it was no algorithm. I wish YouTube, if you get this, I hope you change that algorithm and start pushing out everybody to everybody. Sometimes people don't want to keep seeing the same faces over and over in the same channels over and over. We want to see other people, new content, new people. Just like you, don't you like new draws? We like new content, new people. We want to see the small guys too. The small fries got something to say too. We don't want to keep seeing the guys with the big numbers. We see them. We understand they there. But we know that it's some little guys like myself and like the other people that's out here that deserve to be heard because their voices is just important as anybody else's. But so I really hope that YouTube end up getting that algorithm taken care of so that the little guys can eat too out here, you know, because you never know who might like who, you know. How would you know if a person that got 200 subscribers, you know, how you know that the people might not like them, their personality more than they like the person that they got coming up on their screen 24/7, you know? You never know, but they would never know because YouTube algorithm don't push these smaller channels out amongst to compete with other channels. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about getting the views. You can't even compete. You know what I mean? So it'll be fair if the small guys, the underdogs, could compete too. You know what I mean? We the underdogs, so let us compete. So realize that no DSP is your friend. So don't think that is your friend, okay? Go out here, find your way to get your music in the hands of people. YouTube is a real good way. SoundCloud is a real good way. You know what I'm saying? Just to get your music up there, get it somewhere so that people can go, and especially YouTube. YouTube is easy because people use it every day. You can't tell me. I guarantee you people use YouTube more than they use Spotify. Trust me. Okay, number 10. It's a waste of money to pay a distro to put your music anywhere. It's worthless.
I've noticed an uncommon method that many artists have been using to make a living with 0 streams. And the best part, you can do this with a small audience. The internet, and by extension social media, has made it very easy for a single person to perform jobs that just 15 years ago would require an entire team. This means that the earning potential for a single person with access to the internet has increased tenfold. Now, let's imagine if those same visual artists who sell prints for $20 or $50 decided to spend money to upload their work to a website that in turn pays them 0.3 of a cent for every person that looks at their drawing. That sounds insane, right? That's exactly the position the music industry is in because of streaming. Newsflash, it's 2024, not 1969. You don't need a loan from a record label to change your life, and you don't need 100,000 monthly listeners to make a living. Direct to consumer has always been the best monetization model for creatives who don't want to split the pie with anyone that didn't contribute directly to the art itself.
Okay, first of all, because you're not going to get your points, you're not going to get your distro unless you with a major label you're not going to be getting anything from DistroKid. You're not going to be getting anything from TuneCore. You're not going to be getting anything from these other places, especially if these major artists that are on these platforms are having problems. You can only imagine what the underdogs are having. It's non-existent. You lost in oblivion. So that's the reason why I'm telling you that it's a waste of money for you to waste your $35, $40 that you can use somewhere else to help benefit, or you can use that as promotion to help promote this song. Even if you do $5 a day on YouTube or with Google ads or whatever, and you just push that and just let it go. You know what I mean? And just let it go. Go on Instagram and promote it. You know, you might do $5 for 8 days. You know what I'm saying? To see how much that generate. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You could do other things with that $40 other than giving it to DistroKid and then messing around here and DistroKid taking it, and then you getting the headache of being stuck at the end of the year, and the only thing you get at the end of the year is a daggone rap sheet that tell you how good you did with no money. Yeah. Next. Yeah. Number 11. Movement over monetization. Movement over monetization. Remember, the money is going to come. You need to start a movement. You need to start the movement. Once you start the movement and people feel your movement, people will monetize you. Point blank, period. Once people start feeling like you're worthy enough to spend money on this, spend money with you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the campaign. You know what I'm saying, in the drain. I know y'all see the hoodie. This is my album right here. I forgot to tell y'all right here. This that daggone All Eyes on You. Y'all go check it out on YouTube. Right here on YouTube. Y'all go check it out right there. Once y'all get finished checking this out, y'all go check that out. And as soon as you see this Tupac with all these eyes on there, it's a whole album up there. Y'all need to go check that out. Crazy. But yeah, man, just know that it's a movement. It's a movement, not monetization. Because look, the money gonna come once you start the movement. Once the movement come, the money gonna come with the movement, because people gonna bring the money. You know what I mean? So don't you worry your head about money right now. You know what I mean? The money is going to come. You set yourself up for the paper. You don't mess around here and come into the game and come into the hustle game and think that you're going to come through and bust down the G-Pack and you're going to get that $1,000 that you just got. Nah, man, you might get $150, $200, and you might have to stack that to $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Might have to flip a few G-Packs. You feel me? So understand this. It's about busting the movement. And the movement is slow progress. Each step, taking a step forward, one step at a time. So don't worry about the money when you trying to make great music. Because if you're really a musician, you don't do it for the music, for the money anyway. You do it for the music because this is something that you love. So you would do this even if you was getting paid for it or not. All right? Number 12, it's easy, but it's hard work, yo. It's easy to make this music. It's easy, but it's hard work. It's hard work to promote this. It's hard work to put this joint out. It's hard work to mess around here and do these things and get up in the morning and mix these songs. It's hard work looking at multiple YouTube channels. It's hard work looking up online. It's hard work sitting up there watching these tutorials for hours upon hours and applying it. It's hard work, but though it's dumb easy though. You know what I'm saying? It's easy, but it's dumb hard work, yo. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why it's easy because it's something that you enjoy to do, something that you would love to do, something that you can see yourself doing in the future for a long time. That's the reason why it becomes easy. But the hard work is learning the equipment, learning what it do, learning what it can do, learning what you can do, learn your limitations, learning the basics so you can learn the equipment, so you can learn more to be able to use it, to be able to make flyer, fresher, more innovative stuff in music and with the music. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it's at, you know, and that's where we at with it. You know, it's easy, but it's hard work. So understand this. Everything, and once the hard work get done, the more you sweat during training, the less you bleed during war. You dig? Take that with you, know what I'm saying? Take the knowledge, eat the food, you heard? You know what I'm saying? Now, number 13, we're going to go in. You know what I'm saying? And this is going to be the last one. I'm going to get the heck up out of here. And I got y'all. But I'm going to hit y'all again on the daggone other end. Check this out. Number 13, take your time. Because that is all music is timing. By taking your time, you will make the same mistakes, and you will make the same mistakes as the person made by speeding, but you will gain experience and knowledge. You, by slowing down, chilling, not rushing the race, being patient. You have to understand that you are in the business of timing. You are in the business of mistakes. You are in the business of doing everything at perfect timing. If you don't mess around here and take your time, what's going to happen is you're going to cause a headache for yourself. So you need to slow down and make sure that yourself is being able to absorb these things at one time, even if you have to do it repetitively, because guess what? Practice make perfect, but repetitiveness, guess what? It makes you, guess what? It makes you a machine. Practice makes perfect, but repetitive behavior, repetitive practice, it makes you a machine. So you keep doing it, eventually it becomes muscle memory, and you don't even have to think about doing these things. They'll just do it by themselves. So make sure that you take your time, because that's all that music is. Just take your time and understand that everything is about perfect timing. If it's not your time yet, it's not your time to grow, don't worry about everybody else that's growing in the sunshine, because it's going to be your time. You know what I mean? Just make sure that you just take your time. And by taking your time, guess what? You will get to the same place that everybody else get to. They might get there a little bit faster than you, and they might look a little bit better than you when they get there. But guess what? But when you get there, everybody going to be turning to you and asking you, the wise one. You know what I'm saying? You will be the Yoda. You know what I'm saying? They'll be asking you, hey, what about your experiences? Hey, what about this? What about that? A lot of these artists, only thing they know how to do is be artists. But though by the time you done and have your experience, guess what, man? Guess what you will be? A goddamn genius.
Hey, man, we out here campaigning, man. Never complaining, you dig? We out here to dress, rest, and impress, you dig? Staying down, 10 toes, 2 elbows, 2 hoes.